How's it going today? So, I want to talk to you about tightening things the right way. If you're new to this, even if you're old to this, doesn't matter. You got to learn the right way to tighten things. I find a lot of times, and it could be a newbie at a oil change shop, it could be an older person at a regular shop. Drain plugs. That's just one example. Drain plugs, and that's the example I'm going with right now. I've seen it where people over tighten the snot out of them, and you wind up stripping oil pans. You wind up, you use the wrong size socket or wrench or whatever, and you round off the drain bolt. Well, let's talk about stripping out the oil pan. So I got this Ford Taurus here, this thing, and it came in about 2 weeks ago. The guy says, I got an oil leak. Okay. So we get up in the air, and I look and I see the drip mark at the drain plug. Now that's a new drain plug that I just put in. And what I did was, when it came in 2 weeks ago, I actually ran a wrench onto the drain plug because I saw a drip. Put the wrench on there and went to go tighten it, and that just keeps spinning. All right, oil pan stripped, right? That's what I thought, oil pan stripped, because it's an aluminum pan. Normally, any time I've ever seen a drain plug spin like that, the pan's shot. Okay, so we order a pan for it. The drain plug is tight enough to where I'm not afraid of it falling out. However, it's got to get fixed. Okay. So we order the oil pan for it, and he brings it back. The guy doesn't drive it all that much, but he kept an eye on the oil. He wasn't that worried about it either, because he said he just noticed a drip mark here and there on his driveway. He's got a concrete driveway. So I get it in today. I'm fully anticipating putting a drain pan on it, oil pan on it. I pulled the drain plug out, and as soon as I started to turn it to loosen it, all of a sudden it got tight. Okay. Threads are stripped. They're stripped on the drain plug. They're stripped in the oil pan. That's fine. I totally get it. But as it's coming out, I'm like, this feels a little odd, just the way it's threading out. All right. I finally get it out, and I'm looking at the drain plug, and I realized whoever's been changing the oil on this, and apparently he had a shop elsewhere that used to do work on this, and he stopped going there. Don't know why, but I certainly wouldn't go there after seeing what they did. On the drain plug, they actually put Teflon tape. Why? I have no idea. Why would you put Teflon tape on a drain plug? Teflon tape can make you over torque things. I've seen it done. I've seen people put Teflon tape on head bolts instead of Teflon sealant. They put Teflon tape on there, and they go to torque down a cylinder head, on a bolt that requires liquid Teflon on it, some kind of a sealer, because it goes into a water jacket, and I've seen them torque it down and snap the head bolts, because the liquid Teflon is the Teflon tape is so slick, and it's not designed for that. You keep twisting the bolt. You'll never reach the right torque, and you snap it off. So anyway, I happen to see this Teflon tape on the drain plug, and I see something else that I've never seen on a drain plug before. Let me show you. Can you see that? That's necked, it's called. It's necked down. It actually gets to it's basically shaped like an hourglass right there. You see that? And see how they stretch the threads out? I mean, they nearly snapped the bolt. That's how tight they made it. It actually looks like stress cracks in that first thread there. You see that? How do you tighten a drain plug that much? Seriously, how do you tighten a drain plug that much? That takes some force to neck down a drain plug. I mean, that's a substantial bolt. Into aluminum, no less. You know why? The Teflon tape. It's so slippery, like I said, they just kept on going, and they thought they were making it tight, and I guess they probably tightened it till it started getting loose again. And they're like, ooh, we better stop here and then let the customer take the car. So I've never seen anything like it. Never seen this before. So basically what I did was I took a tap, the right size tap that fits that drain pan, and I just ran a tap down it just to make sure the threads were clean. And I took the drain plug from this oil pan, you know, right there. I took this drain plug out and I threaded it into that oil pan, and it threads in perfectly fine, and it tightens up perfectly fine. Amazing it did not ruin the oil pan. You figure an aluminum oil pan, the aluminum would strip it out. Nope, it didn't strip it out. When I ran the tap in there, I just had to clean it up a little bit. I could feel it actually went in, you know, you could feel it like cutting a little bit, but like not hard. And the drain plug went in perfect, like I would expect a drain plug to go in. It went in just as good as it would on this brand new pan. So I'm not going to bother putting a pan on. I'm just going to buy another drain plug to stick into this pan, and I'm going to send the pan back. But seriously, when you're tightening things, torque things the right way. I've seen head bolts get necked. That's the hourglass shape is what I'm talking about. I've seen that happen to head bolts. I've seen it happen to exhaust manifold bolts from people, you know, over torquing. Sometimes even just regular torquing over time, you do it the right way, the bolts will neck. And what's happening is you're making the bolt longer. It's actually stretching as it's threading into the receiving part. So, but yeah, this was an absolute first for me. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, look at this again. I mean, that to me is just astounding. You get a better visual like that. But yeah, I swear that those are cracks too starting in there. But I have never seen that before. That's a pretty good picture right there. Alright, well, that's it. I just wanted to share that with you. So, alright. Hey, if you could, hit that like button. Subscribe too. Tell your friends to subscribe. It's really helping me out. I'm getting close to my 1,000 where I need to be. And I do appreciate everybody. I really do. So, thank you very much. You have a great day, and keep wrenching.